Digital Embellishment Show, where your print comes alive, watch your colors explode, from a spark on the screen to the wow on the...
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Digital Embellishment Show. I am here with the one, the only Paul Furse, the Global Director of Marketing and Business Development at Harris and Bruno International. Paul, how you doing, buddy?
Great, man. Always good to talk to you. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys are up to some fun stuff. I'm watching a lot of what you're doing. I'm a big fan of what you guys are able to do on the ZRX and all the other wonderful embellishment capabilities that you guys have. What's going on at Harris and Bruno? What's the latest and greatest? What are you seeing?
Man, we actually, we are growing. Things are fantastic. We've got placements going out the door. So much to talk about that I don't even know if I can remember it all. But one of the big ones is we just moved some of our manufacturing up to our Idaho facility for expanded capabilities. That's a real big one going on. I'm going to talk about a lot. We'll come back to it. We just wrapped up our Out of This World contest for embellishments, which went totally awesome.
Yeah.
And then really we just continue to push more into that digital world as the advent of digital B2 and all this other cool up and coming stuff is happening, man, both sheet and web. So we really do have a lot going on right now.
Well, the boys in Harris and Bruno are very lucky to have you on their side. Tell us a little bit more about what the Out of This World competition was. I think some of us were following it. We're definitely behind it and supporting it from the tactical standpoint. But for those of us who don't know what Out of This World is, why don't you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, so Out of This World, this is we'll call it our inaugural and first of many future annual embellishment contests. And what we did was we brought together D-Scoop, HP, Tactful, and Harris and Bruno. And this was a contest that we put out for designers, but really we also targeted the educational world as well to really grab that future generation of designer that's hanging out there, the up and comers, the future decision makers. I think it's kind of no secret that digital is becoming more and more mainstream with labor, overhead, everything else that goes into it. That younger generation really is the future, and anything that we can do to help evangelize and advocate that and help show those designers just in print what's possible with digital applications was a big push for it. Sorry, I went on a little tirade there, but we had a number of entries that went in. We have some fantastic stuff. We're going to be showcasing some of those finalists at D-Scoop in March at the D-Scoop Rockies event. And then from there, we're going to start submitting some of those entries to FSEA Gold Leaf Awards, PIA. There's a number of organizations that we're going to work with to continue to pump that up. And then maybe we'll get all those submitted just in time to start the second one. So we're pretty stoked about it, man.
So it's kind of cool because at Tactful we're all about like trying to educate designers on how to design for embellishments, and study after study after study has been showing us that, guys, like this is like one of the major obstacles like preventing people of getting into this is because they don't know how to design for it. They're afraid their customers don't know how to design for it. What has been kind of the reactions from the pieces that you've been getting in? Because I know you're working with Cal Poly. I know a bunch of independent designers are taking part of this. What's kind of like the biggest thing that has kind of jumped out at you from those entries that you've received so far?
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, the biggest one that we get is, I didn't know I could do that.
Wow.
I didn't know that was possible. I never tried this before. Would this work? Would that work? And that educational piece really came through. And I also have to say, one of the other very cool aspects of this contest is all of the contestants were able to use Reaktor. And sorry, I got to plug this, but for anyone who doesn't know, Reaktor is an up-and-coming tactile software that does allow true 3D rendering. So one of the biggest challenges in that world definitely is I have this piece, I can see it in my head, but having a physical proof isn't always possible or feasible for that matter. So being able to on my screen 3D render with lighting, rotate this thing around where I can almost reach out and touch it, that was a game changer, man. I gotta tell you. And I have to ask you, dude, when can people buy this?
Oh man, you are teeing us up. Yeah, so Reaktor, we're a lot of fun stuff that's on board, and a lot more fun stuff coming on that product. We are launching that next month, so in a couple short weeks, it'll be available to the mass market. But thanks for partnering us with us on this, and appreciate the really kind words, buddy.
For sure.
Means
Yeah,
a lot.
I've been able to play with it. So, I mean, I'm kind of spoiled in that way, but for everybody else, man, it's, I'll tell you, it is in over, I don't know how long I've been doing this, a decade or so, but in all the years I've been doing this, man, this is a crucial piece in my eyes because that proofing aspect and that sales tool element of it, of wouldn't it be cool if I didn't know I could do X, Y, and Z, like I was saying, that was huge. It really was.
Man, you know how to play this media game, man. I mean, this is supposed to be about you and her.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's all about us. Well, all that to say that, look, we made a great partnership with this. We're educating the designers, and I think it's important to note. Like, I don't know if Harris and Bruno has ever publicly taken the stance of, hey, you know what, we're gonna go outside of our comfort zone, and we're going to actively engage the design community and start teaching them and do all this outreach to educate the market. And I, for one, am very, very thankful that that's kind of a tack that you guys have taken, because not only I think does it help Harrison Bruno from a branding standpoint, but it's definitely making that pie bigger, right? About getting people to understand what's possible with this technology. So really kudos to you guys. You're doing great. I love that aspect of what you guys are building on that side.
For sure. So let me talk about me again.
All right, let's
So,
talk a little bit about Paul Furse.
yeah. So with Out of This World, what the biggest part of that is now we have all these cool designs, right? And we're going to submit these things to the other contests where these designers can get national and even global recognition in some cases. But we have a full sample kit that has now been created from this that we're going to be distributing and handing out. So we will have the first prototype of this kit available at DScoop. As it's funny, as with most things creative and production, as we're going through it, we were saying, wouldn't it be cool if? So when we do the final big run, there's going to be some even cooler stuff that goes into that, and we're hoping to have that done in time for FSEA for the Gold Leaf Awards. But we will be launching the finalists and showing some of that work at DScoop, which is pretty cool.
I love it. And you know what? If you're an up and coming designer, or you're still in school and you're just, I mean, the ability to not only make your way into a sample kit, but a sample kit that will likely be distributed to some of the biggest agencies out there, some of the biggest creatives, I think is an enormous opportunity to get your creative, I guess, your flair like demonstrated out there and shown to people. So a really big opportunity. Really, really happy with that. What else? Do you guys have D Scoop coming up? You guys talking about anything new? Do you have any new stuff that we can talk about and new stuff that we can't talk about?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and I'll tell you as much as I can there. So let's talk about digital for a minute. So most people know Harris and Bruno from coding stations and circulators and all this wonderful conventional printing from the offset world. We have made a huge push into the digital world, especially around web inkjet. So we've been making web inkjet coders for pretty much every OEM that's out there. We've been strengthening those partnerships. So that push into digital has been a big deal for us. Now, that said, on the sheet fed side, our sheet fed coders have really always been targeted at that high volume market. So I'm not going to drop any names, but we talk about the larger names in print. They're utilizing our sheet fed coaters, and we've really played in that market for a long time. So
Right.
now we are actually developing something called the ZRE. And
Ooh.
especially with the advent of B2 sheet fed that is developing and changing rapidly, we're developing a lighter duty sheet fed coater to accommodate that market. It's going to be a little bit lower volume, but have the same tried and true Harris and Bruno chamber analog system that goes into everything else. So we're open. So now that B2 inkjet and format is really starting to take some of that offset load. Uh, Customers still want to coat these sheets. And I've always said that coating has really been one of the original haptic effects in print. So when we start doing water-based soft touches or maybe something reticulated, a grit, a glitter, there's all these specialty coatings that are out there that can complement that digital work and further enhance even the fifth and sixth stations that goes into that. That's a big part of where we see the play going into the future. And especially on that water-based side, having a coater that can do both chemistries, both water-based and UV, seamlessly without risk of contamination, keeping that productivity high. That's what customers are asking us for. That's what they're after. So those customers that know us from that higher end market, everyone that might be just a little step below that high volume need has been asking us for a long time. Hey guys, we would love to have something, make it happen.
Right.
So now we're going to make it happen. So this is in development. This is coming. This will happen later this year.
Do you think
Uh,
by Printing United we'll be able to talk about it or show it, or yeah?
yeah,
Is
well,
that the idea?
I guess my face just gave it away there, but yeah, but sometime this year, yeah, we'll definitely have something that we'll be showing and talking about more. We haven't released anything yet, so we kind of got well, I guess everyone now has the sneak peek on that. Um, but yeah, we're really working hard on this one, and we see it being a big win for the industry as a whole, man. We really do.
Well, I gotta tell you, like I talk to a lot of your customers on other stuff. Obviously, we talk to printers all the time, and like it's pretty clear that you guys build tanks, right? You guys build stuff that just I don't even know how you guys get any renewal business because those things just last forever. But by baby bringing in something that's a little bit lighter duty, a little softer on the acquisition cost,
Hmm.
that's going to open you guys up to a whole new, a whole new, I think, batch of printers that are going to be now in the discussion for talking to you guys about.
Well, I'll put on my marketing hat here for a second. So the ZRE truly is the flood coater for everyone.
Right.
So
Right. So that's going to be much more, I think, broad mass appeal. And I think that's a great move. I think Nick knows what he's doing and definitely has some right people talking to him. All right, Matt. Well, listen, finally, I don't think it's too soon to announce that we're continuing our partnership between Mr. Furse and us. And as we look to launch the Taktisphere, we are very happy to announce that you're going to be actually on the advisory council, helping guide the Taktisphere, which is going to be the community for digital print embellishments, in the right direction. So first off, Paul, thank you so much for agreeing to give us your brain once a month for guiding this to the direction. Where do you think this community can go? Like what are your aspirations that this thing that we're building ends up looking like?
man, well, I think I kind of maybe said it a little bit before when we talk about education and evangelization of the technology. I'm going to spare you my resume, but no matter what kind of embellishment we're talking about, whether that's toner based or polymer based, dude, I've been there, I've done that. And even with that history, there's still so much more that hasn't been done yet. There's still so many people that aren't aware or even understand how profitable this kind of work can be. And I really think that with anything, with any new technology, education is the key. Education and just awareness is the key to adoption. And as this becomes more mainstream, I'm going to go back to Out of This World. A big driving part of that was, hey, we need to have these younger younger generation, younger kids
Kids,
coming out
right?
of college. They have to know how this stuff works, because this is what people are buying now, not tomorrow. I mean, this is what they're going to be walking into, and the kinds of technologies that they'll need to be aware of. So, um, man, I tell you what you guys are doing with Taktisphere, that is I see it being an educational outlet. And not only that, I mean, just the community aspect alone. I say it all the time, man, that we're all stronger together.
Yeah.
And the more people can share use cases, customer testimonials, stuff like that. I mean, that's just gonna make it all better in the long run as well. So overall, man, I think it's super positive what you guys are doing, and I'm thrilled to be a part of it.
Well, the honor is on our side, my friend. So thank you so much for sacrificing your time and energy to making this a better industry for all of us. So
For sure.
that being said, anybody who is more interested or wants to find out more about obviously the wonderful products that you have and the fun products that you will have shortly. Don't hesitate. Reach out to Paul. If you don't follow him on LinkedIn, highly suggest that you do. And don't forget to visit the Harris and Bruno website. We'll put that in the links below. Anything else before we go, Paul, that you want anybody to know?
Yeah, man, and my head's just spinning as we're talking through all this. But one of the other cool things I will say about Out of This World and the ZRX, when I was saying that I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know this was possible. So as we're doing that, what's really cool specifically about the ZRX, which is our digital embellishment platform, is we have, for anyone who doesn't know, we have combined both analog technologies and digital technologies. So on this specific piece of equipment, we have a conventional flood coater where we can put down those specialty coatings to add an extra layer of haptic effect, or even visual effect for that matter. And then we combine that with
Or even functional effect. Like you can put on uncoated. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah. So that's exactly it, man. So we can do uncoated. We have some patent pending effects that are coming that go with that. But of course we can do the I guess I can say now, conventional digital foil and UV effects, which is a
Yeah.
crazy thing to say. But where I was going with that is, what's really cool is, because of that, we have over 20 different effects that machine is capable of. We haven't pushed a lot of that yet. We were kind of waiting for Out of This World to get out in the public so people can start to see it. And then you'll see a lot more from us around that as well. So we're really excited about that too.
Very cool. Well, Mr. Furse, congratulations. Keep up the wonderful work as the digital embellishment guy, as your LinkedIn profile so aptly says. And looking forward to seeing you at this next event here pretty quickly. Might be D-Scoop, you never know.
Yeah, it'd be great, man. It's been too long. We should catch up.
Let's do it. Thanks again, Paul.
All right. Thank you.
Welcome to the Digital Embellishment Show.